Are you an introvert like me who has a limit to how much I can handle being around people? I think alone time is good for me, but when is isolation too much of a good thing? Have you ever felt alienated from others? You feel bitter and maybe a little selfish, and while no one wants to stay there, some people do. The idea is to use solitude for creativity and renewal, or as an escape from community and accountability. 500 years ago, Desiderius Erasmus had to grapple with these issues. Though he was in the Augustinian order, he soon decided he didn't like the feelings of isolation. He spent the rest of his very influential life dealing with loneliness. Did the most outstanding scholar in Europe discover anything? I think he discovered three insights. Last week we shared the first. This week we'll share the second. Hi, I'm Liam, a retired history professor. I'm glad you're here. I'm still meditating on some ancient wisdom, and I'd like to share it with you. In the last video, I discussed Erasmus and his work, adagia, or adages, concerning true friendship being a rare thing. As one of history's most outstanding scholars, he sought to compile classical proverbs and created a collection of over 4,000 sayings. Erasmus had a clear goal, driven by his desire for moral and spiritual renewal, to build friendships and a network of generous people who shared their discoveries. The adagia was a treasure of wisdom from the friendly people of the distant past who were not very different from us, except that they paid close attention to life and made insightful observations. Erasmus worked hard to uncover these gems, dusted them off, and lovingly preserved them for us. Let's consider a second idea that offers us some encouragement in addressing our loneliness. Now, here's a review of the first insight we learned last time. True friendship is a rare thing. Erasmus reminded us that real friends challenge us and enrich our lives rather than draining our energy. Authentic friendship is a gift from God, not a passing acquaintance. His second insight is that isolation poses dangers. Alone, either a king or a demon. Through that adage, Erasmus warns that solitude can lead to tyranny or madness. Without love and community, humanity can become monstrous. So while friendship is rare, we still need friends because of the personal danger of being isolated. Erasmus notes that on one hand, solitary power can make a tyrant, while on the other, solitary despair can make a person fall into madness or vice. For ordinary men, isolation is perilous. How bad is it? Isolation is missing the joy of loving and being loved. In the words of a contemporary psychologist, Larry Crabb, while connecting is life, loneliness is the ultimate horror. Erasmus would agree with that. Separation is our central difficulty as human beings from God and other people. And what do we do if we become separate from ourselves? Erasmus answers that with another proverb that goes along with the first adage. Man is a monster to man. Without love and community, human beings devour one another. Erasmus warns that this is the fate of societies driven by greed or envy. In contrast, the Christian life transforms monsters back into gods for one another. We need friends, but they're rare. If we sour on finding a true friend, we'll either go mad or exploit people. Or we could experience something like Erasmus, funeral difficulties. Erasmus was a rolling stone. He lived in 9 different cities that, by 16th century standards, were far apart in a time when most people didn't travel far from where they were born. He only gained stability late in life when he moved to Basel, Switzerland, to be near his publisher, Johann Froben. However, the Protestant Reformation caught fire in Basel, so he relocated to the Catholic city of Freiburg, about 40 miles away. However, things got tense for him there because many Catholics began to blame him for lighting the match that started the Reformation. So back to Basel, where he found the Protestants more respectful, if not cozy, toward the most excellent scholar in Europe. When he died in 1536, he was buried in the Basel Cathedral, denied Catholic last rites, admired for his scholarship by Protestants, but criticized by them for refusing to take sides, held in suspicion as a proto-Protestant by Catholics. According to Yale historian Roland Bainton, he died as he lived, a lonely man, but honored by all Europe. Was it worth it? Erasmus was also a Catholic priest, but was buried in a Protestant cathedral. There's a separate lesson to learn about refusing to commit to a position in turbulent times. Still, I'll save that analysis for a future video. It looks like his loneliness only intensified as he approached death. By the way, he died at the same age I am now. What can he possibly teach us? Well, he has the scholar's objective eye. Put that alongside his painful experience, and perhaps he has something to offer us. Let's ask Erasmus then, where do we find real friendship that helps us overcome disillusionment and loneliness? He would say there is one last piece that finishes the puzzle. So in my last video in this short form series, I will discuss Erasmus' idea about community, where we find true friendship. If you found this helpful, fun, or nourishing, consider subscribing. Please join the conversation by commenting and interacting with comments. I'm excited to report that you can also post to the community. Visit my channel, History Pro OS, and scroll down to the Posts section.